Hello, welcome to Food Art's Systematic Approach. I'm John Gargone. I'm going to put some cantaloupe on there also to be peeled and sliced. And we're also going to use some honeydew that I have right here. So first thing to peel it, again, we're going to take off each end. And you see what I do to get perfectly even ends is I just turn the melon around and I make sure this side is completely even. And by looking straight down at that, making sure it's even, just cut another even slice and you end up with a perfectly even cut melon on both sides. And then to peel it, we're going to peel it the same way we tornade the orange. We're just going to lay our knife right against the side of the rind with a little bit of the orange flesh exposing. And I'm going to use that knife like a saw and very gently and carefully follow the curvature of that melon so you get a nice even slice. You should never be shaving your melon. The presentation is terrible and you're losing a lot, and it's taking you a whole lot longer to be able to peel that melon. This way it's going to be really fast. Again, use your knife like a saw, starting at the tip and just leaving a little bit of the orange exposed. And now you can actually see a guideline. And that guideline is going to be right here. This is where you want to do your next cut. So you put your eye here. You're not looking here after the knife is in position. You're actually focusing your eye on this line and just using your knife like a saw. Go ahead and take it off. And you know what? Over time, you're just going to get tired of doing this saw slice here. And just by using the tip of the knife in one solid stroke, you'll be able to take the whole side of that melon off. And of course, just like we've always been talking about, you're turning the product. I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. I'm going to place this in front of my cutting board. I'm going to go on to the next melon here, which is a honeydew, and I'm going to do the same exact thing. What this is for is so we can slice our melons to make a really beautiful presentation. Again, I'm just using the tip of the knife and just drawing it forward as I'm pushing down. Knife's razor sharp, so it really cuts through this like butter. And that's how you get all these nice, beautiful, even looking sides. I'm going to go ahead and split that again. And then we'll do a pineapple. Pineapple's about the same, a little bit different. Going to cut the top off, going to cut the bottom off. And as you can see, all these pineapples, they always have these black marks right here going all the way around it. Well, you want to cut before those black marks, so that's where you really want to place your knife. And again, you're going to follow the curvature of the pineapple. And I'm going to line my eye right here because this is where we want to do our next cut. This is how deep we want to cut. And again, I can just use the tip of the knife with one stroke and just take that right off. My eye's focused on the side of the melon where the knife is cutting, not on, on the side of the pineapple where the knife is cutting, not on the top of the pineapple. Beautiful thing, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this in half. Now, a lot of times I'll take out the center core of these pineapples, but I really think that this one's tender enough, I can already feel it, and actually that core will have a tremendous amount of flavor. And for our presentation purposes, we're going to go ahead and leave that in there. So the first thing I'm going to do is we have to seed our melons, and when I seed the melons, I'm very careful also. I'm going to use a little bigger spoon here just so I can get it out in one piece, but I'm very, very careful not to disturb the meat inside of that melon. And especially not to disturb these sidewalls right here because you need those nice and flat. All right, so all our melons are seeded. Now we're going to proceed to slice and fan out those melons. I'll show you a really neat technique. Like I said, we want to go with color contrast, so I'm looking at my presentation already and I see that I have some cantaloupe, which is an orange color and a red color, and I think I need a green color to go next, so I'm going to go ahead and use these honeydews for that. And I'm just going to slice this like 1/4 inch slices. And you can see again, I'm using that guide finger correctly. I'm using the guide hand correctly. I don't have the blade towards in my finger. I got it away so I can't cut myself. It's impossible. And I'm just cutting really nice even slices. Now what I'll do is just pick up these slices. I'm going to slide it off of this board right onto my hand. I'm going to bring it right over to the mirror and then just fan it out. And the way that I'm doing that, look at, I'm just taking corner to corner, slightly pushing on it and fanning out, pushing more, it's fanning out real easy. I'm going to put it in the position that I need it. I think I want to do like a V. It goes real good because I got all these points here already, so that should be a nice presentation. And that's coming right to the center of the platter. Now I need to do the other side. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and slice the other honeydew. You can go a little bit faster, you get a little bit of practice. You couldn't do this if this table was too high. You know, this table is perfect for me for working. The way you register how high your table should be in your counter, it's very, very important. Believe me, whether you're working on a counter or a table. Walk up to your work table, let your arms hang naturally at your side loose, and you can see you got a natural curve to your arm. Bring it up no more than 3-4 inches, and that's where you need to be. Because if you try to do this technique or any type of chopping or cutting with a knife, if you have to go too high, what happens? You got to move that shoulder. Wow, that's really going to throw you out of sync, and as dangerous as can be. But and if you have to bend over because it's too low, well, that's even worse. Forget about it. So always adjust your table height. It's very, very important. Again, I'm going to take this whole stack, slide it right onto my hand, bring it over to the mirror that I'm doing the presentation on, and fan that out. Same method I used for the other one. Then I'm going to go ahead and do some orange, because orange would look good against that green. Go ahead and slice up the cantaloupe, same way that we just did the honeydew. You see it goes real fast, it's really easy. You know, it's just a little bit of practice. Like I said, use a butter knife and a banana to learn. And after you learn the technique, you're going to have that skill for the rest of your life. So why not take the time now? Make your life a little easier. You got to eat every day, and more than likely you're going to be picking up a knife at least 3 or 4 times a week. So why not work safely, efficiently, with comfort, and like a professional when you're working with a French knife? Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'll go ahead and fan this one out also. Same way I fanned out the other one. Look at the beautiful color contrast. Oh, isn't that just nice? I'm going to take that orange crown right away and just put it there just because it looks so beautiful. Yeah, put it right there, right in the center of it. Excellent. Now I'm going to go with some white with the pineapple, or yellow rather. You know, so again, you got a good color contrast. This is a nice ripe pineapple too. I'm sure it's going to be very tasty. And I'll go ahead and fan that out the same way. Just keep patting it. Let the pineapple do the work, not you. Same thing with the next piece. I know you're not going to be able to go this fast, not right away anyway. But a little bit of practice you will be able to. Fanning that one out, same way as I did the other side. I'm a systematic man. So I like things to be even. I'm not too much into eclectic food. I like to be eclectic in some things, but not in food presentations. And now, I still need some more color here. And I'm going to show you some standing wedges. Hey, and this doesn't have to be out of an orange like I'm going to be doing orange and lemons, but it could also be tomato and any type of round produce. This is a really cool decoration that you can use for plates. You can use for borders to hold in food. You can use for just a garnish on a platter like we're going to do now. So for the first part of it, I'm basically just going to cut wedges. I'm not going to take off each end of this orange because we're going to need them. And I'm basically just going to carve some wedges out of here. Real easy. You see, I'm just rolling the product as I'm cutting the wedges. I'm getting 4 out of each side. They're all basically the same size. And I'm just going to put them right here. I'll go with a different one here because that other one was a little odd shaped. I'd like to be able to get 3 on each side. Let's bring this down a little bit further. And possibly we can get that third one in there. There we go. Beautiful. Now where the standing wedges come in, I'm going to use a lemon right here. Nice little color contrast of that orange. And just take a little bit off the bottom. That top with the nice pointy end. The bottom is the one that had the stem end on it, so you don't want that. But this little bump on top, I think it looks pretty cool. I never cut that off. And you see how I did that? I'm splitting it down through the length. If I was to even lay it down like this and try to do wedges, it's not going to work because I'm going to smash these bases right here. But if you leave it up like that with the flesh away from you and draw your knife down towards yourself when you're cutting them, the bottom of the lemons will stay nice and flat, and you'll be able to position them right in between each orange wedge. And it'll add a lot of height to it. Not only that, but it gives it a lot of color. Lemons and limes look really great together. Orange and lemons look really great together. But like I said, you can't lay that lemon down and expect that those wedges are going to stand up, because if you lay it down to cut those wedges, you're going to destroy the bottom part of your product. Excellent. All right. Then the next thing we're going to do, I'm just going to add a little bit more garnish in here. Just some strawberries. I'll put them, maybe a few in front here. And some behind here. All right. Then I'm going to go ahead and put one more crown here. I think I'm going to put this crown here. You can also pile those strawberries up real high, you know, right through here. You can get a bunch of grapes and put them in there. I think I'll take these strawberries and put them back. That's the art of garde-manger, to change things around, make it look good. Take a lot of pride in your work. Let everybody know how much you care. Now I'm just going to go ahead and make a lemon crown that I can put right in the center here, just because I got lemons around it. And you may be saying, why is he putting lemon on a fruit platter? It doesn't really go. Well, you know what? It actually does. Because if you squeeze just a little bit of lemon on top, just a little bit, on top of your fruit, it'll actually make it taste more like a melon. Not too much to where you're tasting a lemon, but it'll bring out the flavor of that melon, believe you me. We always add a little bit of acid to our fruit salads or fruit purees or whatever we're doing with fruit, like a strawberry sauce even. Put a little squeeze of lemon juice in there and you will not taste the lemon, but it'll intensify the flavor of the strawberry just because of the acid that's in the lemon. So again, I'm just making a basic lemon crown, just to add a little bit more color to it. And I'm going to put both of them right here in the center. Why not take a little piece of strawberry and just put it right in the center of that lemon for a little added color? Beautiful. All right. And I call this Fruit Fantasia.